Mr. John Lush, ladies and gentlemen, like to love a comedy so much and combine that with a good cause, we'd be perfect. All the way from Southampton, Mr. John Lush, ladies and gentlemen, please make him feel welcome. Start the club with lots of love, Mr. John Lush.
I'm not too sure what I'm doing here. I thought I was queuing up for the auditions for the Undateables, and someone told me to get up on stage and try and be funny. Well, hello everyone, my name is John Lush. Yes, Lush is my real name. Now, depending on if you're of the older generation or the younger generation, that either means that I'm a drunk layabout, or a fit, cool, good-looking guy. Which am I? Thank you. Thanks, Mum. Which am I? Well, for me, it's obvious, isn't it? It's a combination of the two. If you're drunk, I'm good looking. You'll find out why. I wanted to audition for the Undateables very shortly, by the way. Well, hi everyone. Try and bear with me tonight. I know some of you would rather be at home watching TV on your fancy digital TV boxes. I've got very excited recently. I've only just got my first digital box. Now, I know I'm Stone Age, I'm slow with technology. I got the shock of my life a couple of weeks ago when my pen pal of 20 years suggested we Skype. Skype! I said, there's no way I want to shatter the vision of you as a 25-year-old blonde, leggy Russian girl, Dave. I absolutely love the gadgetry of the digital TV, the live pause, the +1s, love it all. But I got into a lot of trouble recently, and let this be a warning to all of you ladies and gentlemen. I turned up to work exactly an hour late. Now, we have a meeting before work every day. I turned up exactly an hour late, and my boss said, John, what possible explanation can you have for being an hour late? How can you possibly justify it? Without thinking, I coolly turned around and said, oh, that's okay, I just thought I could catch the meeting on +1. Going back to being an undateable then, well, this is going to come as a big shock to all of you, but I'm not that good with women. I can see the look of surprise in a lot of your faces. At first, when I meet a woman, I'm brilliant. I'm cool, confident and camp. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Hey, you smell lovely. Hey, let's go out for drinks sometime. But as soon as we reach date territory, I turn all nervy and stuttery. I develop what I like to call Mr. Bean syndrome. Hello. And when that date inevitably goes wrong, I turn into a combination of Mr. Bean and a Dalek. Must get women, must get women, must get women. To be honest, I think it started from school. I was a bit of a geek at school. Again, a bit of a surprise. I can see the look in your faces, yeah. At secondary school, I was a librarian. That was a passion killer, I tell you. Looking back at it, I think it was my way of practicing safe sex. The moment I mentioned I was a librarian, no one wanted to have sex with me. Things did pick up for me at college, though, when I learnt to drive. For some reason, as soon as I learnt to drive, women were more attracted to me with a car than a push bike. It took me a long time to pass my test, so 3 times. Wasn't helped by the fact I'd have changed instructors halfway through. My first instructor, female, 45, married woman, I had an affair with. Shameful, I know. Very nervy for an 18-year-old, round her house, sweating every time the front door went in case it was her husband come home a bit early. Safe to say my best manoeuvre was the emergency stop. Finally got a date though, now with a very good-looking woman when I passed my test. Now, it's hard to describe exactly what she looked like. I think the best way of describing her is a young Sally Taylor. You all know Sally Taylor from South Today? Yeah, very, very attractive woman. Anyway, she insisted I pick her up from her house in my own car. Now, what I don't think she realised is that I was no bad boy racer. I was a cautious, nervy driver. I was more likely to be done curb crawling than speeding. She insisted I pick her up in the car, so I go to her door and she's there in all her leathers, and the first thing she says is, I can't wait to burn rubber with you. I can't wait to cruise down the motorway. Now, I don't know whether it was the nerves, a moment of honesty, or a reference back to my librarian days, but I thought, I've got to be honest with this girl, so I just turned around to her and said, I'd bring a good book if I were you, love. Things have picked up in later life, though, my late 20s and early 30s. I'm now married, been married just under a year. Got my... Thank you. Got into a bit of trouble recently, a couple of months ago. It was our anniversary. Now, not our anniversary for anything romantic, like when we first met or got married. It's our anniversary when we first made love. Now, she said to me, she said, do something, give me something that reminds me of exactly what it was like when we first made love. To take me right back to that moment. So I thought about it for a while, and I stood there. After a while, she said, what the ruddy hell are you doing? And I said, oh, I'm holding a 2-minute silence. Well, finally, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to wish me luck. I'm in training for the next Olympics. Thank you. I'm not very sporty, as you can probably tell. I normally get breathless playing chess, to be honest. But yeah, I am in training. I'm eating burger after lasagna, after burger, after lasagna. Come Rio, I can't wait for the dressage. Thank you.